Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be learning how to create a free e-commerce WordPress website using Elementor and the Ocean WP theme, and everything is going to be free. The theme is going to be free, the page builder is going to be free, and all the plugins that we're going to be using are going to be free. First things first, let's take a look at our header here. Right now we have a logo to the left and a navigation menu to the right, and as you guys can see, we are having some drop down subcategories, a wish list functionality, our cart is right here, and we have a search box right here. And below it, as you guys can see, we are having this image carousel that is sliding in from the right to the left. Then below that, we have a women's section with a product carousel also sliding in from the right to the left, and still below that we are having some call to action, buttons and text, and still below that we are having a product carousel for the main section, and still after that we're having another product carousel, so customers can easily scroll through these and add stuff to the cart. And when someone clicks the cart button, the product gets added to the cart, as you guys have just seen. And below that we're having some blog posts, as you guys can see, we're having 4 of them. In just under that we have a custom built footer that I'm going to show you guys how to create in case you want to change these colors, the font styles, you want to add subscription forms, you want to add maps still to your footer. I'm going to show you guys how to create that. Okay, now moving on to the shop page. Okay, on the left right here you're having a search box that you can use to search your products, then a filter by price widget to sort your products according to a given price range, a product categories widget showing you the number of categories and the products in them, then a wish list widget right here, and a recently viewed products widget to show your clients some of their recently viewed products. As you guys can see, these are some of my recently viewed products. And right now, when you hover over the product images themselves, you will see that when you hover over an image, then the image changes, and it has this quick view feature where someone can easily view the type of products, then scroll through the images, the product images, and they can also add the product to the cart. Okay, now in case I want to sort these products, I can still sort them basing on the latest product, for example, but there are also other features. For example, you have these men's jackets. If I'm to open this up, you guys can see that the title is here, then the price is here. You can add this to the cart, or you can safely check out with PayPal, and you can add this to the cart. After that you can check out. Okay, so everything is working smoothly with this distraction free checkout, and my address is already embedded in here. So if I click next, then it takes me to shipping if I have any shipping information, but I'm going to use the billing address, as I already ticked that as a shipping address. Then I can attach my payment info. So this is the order summary. I can use to pay with PayPal or cash on delivery. So I'm going to show you guys how to incorporate other payment gateways in your website. For example, Stripe, you can add Razorpay, any payment provider that you have in your country will do. So I'm gonna do cash on delivery, then I'm gonna place the order. Okay, so now once the order is, I can come back here to our dashboard and go under Woocommerce, then go to orders. Okay, and we can see the order right now. It's still processing. So if I'm to open up this order to view like more of the details, you can open it up, and maybe once the order is complete, you've worked on the order, you can change this to completed. But you don't have to go through this if someone has paid via PayPal or via bank transfer. This is a case for cash on delivery. So once I click update, then that will be fine. Now going back to the website itself and going into the customer services. When I hover over customer services and I go under orders, I'll find that the order is right here for 8 items, and I can view the stuff that I actually bought, in a summary, and the billing addresses that I used. Okay, so customers can manage their addresses, they can view the stuff they downloaded, they can also view their account details, and also any products in their wish list. Okay, so now let's take a look at some other parts of the website. We're gonna have the FAQ section. FAQ section is really helpful when you're handling some of the mostly inquired questions by the customers. For example, about changing the shipping addresses, the packaging of the order, the gift cards, the discounts, and all that. Then you have contact us page, which is really simple: the name, email, message, and submit. And you're having a map to the right. Okay, so before we get started, you're gonna need, say, a domain name and hosting, or in case you don't want to opt for a domain name and hosting, you can use a software like Local WP that you can download, and it act as a local server for your website, and you don't need a domain name or hosting. Okay, yeah, it's really easy to set up, and once you're done, maybe you can move your website from Local WP to a live server. So head over to hostinger.com and hit the login button. And once you're here, you can select the Google button to automatically sign you in into Hostinger, even though you don't have an account. Okay, so I've signed in right here, and once you sign in, it's gonna lead you to this page. And when you're here under hosting, if you have to click hosting and check out the hosting plans they offer. They offer 3 different hosting plans, but I usually like to go with the middle tier, the middle one, which is called Premium Web Hosting. Kind of offers 100 websites, 100 subdomains, and also a whole bunch of other features that I really like. So I'll select that. Then you can select either 48 months, 24, 12, or even 1 month. And for this case, I'll be going for 1 month, since this is just for demo purposes only. Yeah, so I'll select 1 month, and once I'm happy with that, I'll just choose a payment method. And once that's done, you gotta select a payment method that you want to use. I'll be using MasterCard, but you guys can use GPay, PayPal, or any other option that you're fine with. So I've filled in my card, and I'm gonna hit pay now. Okay, and once I've paid now, all I have to do is to click this setup button, and I start setting up my hosting sort of configuration information. Okay, so hit setup, and it's gonna lead you to this page where you can start setting up your hosting. So click start now. Who are creating the website for? You can select I'm creating for myself. Who's creating? I'll be building the website myself. The type of website that you want to build, it's gonna be business. So do you need help? Probably yes, if you're a beginner. And once you've selected that, it's gonna lead you to this page where you can create your new website, or if you already have a website from another hosting company, you can migrate it over to Hostinger. So I'm gonna create a new website, and I'm gonna select the WordPress button on the right and click select WordPress. Okay, and right here I'm gonna need to add a password and an email that I'll be using to log into my WordPress website. Okay, so I'm just gonna type it in here. Remember that you have to remember this password that you create, and once you're done, just hit continue. They're gonna ask you to add these plugins to your website, but you may not really need them, so I'll just disable those and hit continue. Yeah, then they'll ask you the look. Basically they're telling you to select a theme, but I'll just select this first one in the corner. And right now they're going to ask you to buy a domain name, or if you have an existing domain. So let's just buy a new one, since you guys may not be having already domains. So I'll just select buy domain and type in here in the search box the domain name that I would want. So you guys can type in one for your business, and you see the domains that Hostinger has for you. Yeah, so you can hit search once you're done. typing the name, and to display a bunch of extensions. So you can see .cloud, .info, .shop. So I'm looking for something really cheap since this is a demo tutorial. I'm gonna scroll through these. So there's .store, .tech, .site. You can even view more extensions that these guys have. .fun. Yeah, so there are a bunch of extensions that you guys can go through. But for this tutorial, I think I'll buy this second one on the downer list. Yeah, .cloud. Yeah, and I'll purchase it for 1 year. Yeah, which is okay with me, and I'll just complete the payment. Okay, so when I process and says the payment was successful, so I'm gonna hit next. Yeah, so the other forms here that can basically fill in your personal information. Yeah, and once you're done hosting, I'll finish up the setup really quickly, and you just have to click finish setup and you'd be good to go. So once the setup is finished, hosting, I will install the WordPress, and right now you can click on this edit website and it will lead you straight into your WordPress dashboard and you start creating your website. Another way to log into WordPress that I have to show you is to add this extension of WP admin at the end of your domain name. Yeah, and it will lead you to this login page where you can type in your email that we just configured in a few minutes ago, then also the password that you set. Yeah, so you can go ahead and type in your email, then add your password, and all you have to do is to click login. Okay, and once you're here, you can decide to save these passwords in Google Chrome and you can start working on your website. Okay, so now that you're back in the WordPress dashboard back end, what I'm gonna do is keep this clean, and I'm gonna uncheck all these. Okay, and I click to send them away. And the first thing we're gonna do is gonna go to appearance under here on the left side and click on theme, and we're gonna install a new theme. So we're gonna click add new, and what a theme does basically is to give your page sort of a structure or a feel. Yeah, and once you scroll these, you're gonna be using OceanWP, which is right here. So I'm gonna click install, and once done installing, I'm just gonna click activate. Okay, so the theme has been installed, and now they're asking us to install this Ocean Activate Extra. Okay, so it's a plugin that adds some extra functionality to the theme itself. Okay, but I'm just gonna click this and close it off. Now once we're done installing the theme, we want to take a look at the settings. Yeah, so under settings, under tools, under settings, you go to general. Okay, and here you can have your site title, then a tagline. For example, it can be an online clothing store. Okay, and basically you can allow membership, so anyone can register, and they can be a subscriber for now. And you might want to change your time zones if you're living in a different country, or the language, in case you're so not familiar with English. Maybe you want to do it in Spanish or something like that. But any changes you make, you can hit save changes. Once you're done, then an important SEO setting is with the permalinks. Okay, so under settings, click on permalinks, and this page will come up, and just select post name. Okay, it's more readable by search engines, and hit save. Okay, now once that's done, the first thing we are gonna do is to go to plugins and install some plugins that we're gonna need for our website. Okay, and the very first plugin that we want to install is Elementor. So search for Elementor. Okay, and once these results come up, you're gonna click on Elementor and just install it. Hold on activating it, Then we are gonna install this one, Elements Kit, Elementor Add-Ons. It's basically gonna give us some more widgets to work with, yeah, that Elementor provides at a premium. It's gonna provide them to us for free. Then what we're gonna install is essential add-ons for Elementor. It's also gonna add some extra widgets that we can use that Elementor offers at a premium. Then once that's done, let's look for classic widgets. Okay. And what this is gonna help us with is those sidebar widgets that you guys saw. Yeah. For example, the recently viewed products and all that. The wish list widget is gonna help us, structure those. And once you have added that, then we're gonna add the Woocommerce plugin. Woocommerce. Okay. And let's install Woocommerce. And once that's done, then we're gonna install this payment, Woocommerce PayPal payment. Okay. So it's now installed, and I think those are all the plugins we need. So what you have to do is to go and click install plugins here on the left, and we are gonna highlight all the plugins that we installed. This and this and this, and come here to activate and click apply. Okay. They're gonna take some time since you're activating many at once, but mine is done. So I just click next here, next to set up this plugin, next, and no thanks. Okay, so that has been configured, and let's see. Yeah, let's just hit the dashboard link. Okay, all right. Let's go back to plugins because I see a plugin that has not been activated. Oh, let's see. Okay, we need to install the wish list. Okay, so you can search for wish list, something like that, and install this plugin right here. And because it's a last plugin, you can click activate. Okay, and it's gonna take you through the setup process, but all you have to do is to click next and next and next and next and continue, and just return to dashboard once everything is done. So basically all the plugins you're gonna need for this tutorial have been installed and activated. So what we have to do now is to create some pages. Okay, and once you go to pages, there should be some pages that have already been created. For example, the card, the checkout, the my account, privacy policy, refund policy, shop, the wish list have all been created by the Woocommerce plugin. So the plugin, the pages that we're going to be creating, all you have to do is to click a new right here on the top. Okay, then we're going to start creating these pages, and the first page we are going to be creating is the home page. Okay, so I'll close this and I'll call this home, and I'll publish it and click publish again. Then I'm gonna click here add new page, and the next page that I'm gonna be creating is called the track order. Okay, then I'm gonna hit publish, and let's see, let's create one more page. It's gonna be FAQ, the FAQ. So we're gonna click publish, and maybe let's create a contact page. So create contact us page, and we can publish that. Okay, now that is looking good. And once I'm to go back here by hitting the WordPress icon, we can see that we have all our pages created. Okay, now the first thing we need to do, because I think it's important, when you look at the website that we created, our demo website, it's having some categories already, some product categories here that are embedded. Okay, then it's having some orders and downloads and account details pages already created, but we're going to use Woocommerce to configure these. But now we need to create some products and put them in these categories. Then we can create these drop down menus and structure our header very well. Okay, so now let's set up the Woocommerce products and also go over some Woocommerce settings. So now let's take a look at the Woocommerce settings. So under Woocommerce, head over and click on settings. Okay, and the first thing I want to do is to come to payments. Okay, then you can enable all these different types of payments. For example, Woocommerce payments, where you can accept Visa cards, you can do bank transfers, check payments, cash on delivery. I can turn that on. Then also PayPal, I can have it turned on. Remember, we installed the PayPal plugin. Yeah, so that's gonna help us out with setting up the payment gateways. So all you can do here is you can click activate PayPal. So it's going to open up your PayPal account. You can make sure it's logged in, then to just interconnect your PayPal account to your store. And once the integration is done, you can then receive payments. Okay, so I'm gonna click to accept, then to log in and connect everything. Okay, so now I'll agree and connect. Okay, and that should be it. So I'll close this, then I'll just go back to Woocommerce. And once this page reloads, we'll be able now to configure a few settings for the PayPal plugin and start receiving payments. Okay, yeah. So now once you come here to standard payments, okay, you can enable this feature for your store. Make sure that is checked. Then let me see, and you can change some of these. You can enable taglines to display under here like this, and you can configure it to be horizontal, vertical, but I don't really change anything much here. So I'll just click save. Okay, and the payment has been added. The payment gateway has been added. Okay, now let's take a look at the shipping. How are you gonna be handling shipping to your customers? Okay, so now the first thing that you want to do is to add a shipping zone. Yeah, a shipping zone is basically a region where your customers are located. For example, if you're living maybe in Sydney, so we can call it Sydney. Okay, this is for demo purposes, and maybe you just want to ship to people who are living in Sydney. Maybe they're living in let's see, surprisingly Sydney is not showing up, but I'll just use Australia. Okay, yeah, and I'll change this to Australia. Let's say shipping entirely to Australia. Okay, now what I can do for people living in Australia, I can charge a flat rate shipping. Yeah, and all I have to do is to click edit here, and the cost, let's say when I charge him $10, okay, and it's non-taxable. Okay, then we can click save. Okay, yeah, so now the shipping has been configured. Yeah, so the more regions you have, I think the more shipping options that you should offer, or shipping rates or flat rates. So let's say that I want to ship to the USA. Okay, so what I have to do is to come to USA, just type that, then come type United States, and I can add a shipping method, and maybe also offer flat rate, and I'll click add. So if a client is located in the US, maybe want to charge 25, then they will pay $25. Okay, so once that's done and you click shipping again, you will see your shipping zones. Okay, however, you might have customers who come and they're not living either in the US or Australia, then you can cater for that too. Okay, for any other region, so add a shipping rate. This can be a flat, can be local pickup, it can be free shipping. Okay, then but I'll just configure flat rate for this, and I'll edit the flat rate. Maybe you shall charge $30 for people living in the regions that we do not cover. Okay, so there we have it. Now everything is looking right. Okay, and let's take a look at products. There is an important setting that I may want to yes, so under enable reviews, we need to check this. For example, reviews can only be left by verified owners. So you want your products to be reviewed by only people who have bought them. Okay, and you show the verified owner, and also enable product reviews. I think this is looking right. This is looking okay. Yeah, so I think the settings are all good to go, and the next thing we need to do is to create some products. Okay, now let's go to products and click add new. Okay, and the first thing you're gonna do, maybe you're gonna create men's hoodie. Okay, then what we gonna do is that we need a description for the product itself. And what we're gonna do first, before we add the description, is to add the product image. So we're gonna select files and we're gonna upload. Okay, so I have them stored up somewhere, I think here. So let's take this and this and upload that, and we are going to use this as our product image. Then you might also want to add some more photos for the product gallery. So maybe I'll select these two still, then place them there. And you may want to add a product description. For example, let me copy something here, some dummy text. So I'll copy this and paste it in here. That's our product description. Then you have to set a price. For example, if this is $55, and maybe it's at a sale of like 40. Yeah. Yes. Then you can schedule this sale. For example, let it start on 8th. No. Let's start on 24th, and it ends on the 30th at the end of the month. Yeah. Then you can add stuff like the inventory. For example, the stock keeping unit number, and this help you to track how much inventory is left, how much stock is left, things like that. Then shipping, you can add weight. For example, if it's 0.5 kilograms, the length if it's 5, stuff like that. You may add a shipping class, yeah, but I haven't covered that in this tutorial. Then you can add some linked products for upsells, and this will show up on the cart page. But for now, since we don't have any products, you can't add these, yeah. So you can add attributes like colors and all that for variable products, but this is a simple product. It only has one color, which is black. Then you can add a product short description. Okay, so I've kept this really simple because I have some in-depth tutorials of how to go over all these settings right here for variable products, yeah, changing attributes and colors and all that, yeah. So everything is looking nice. Then you can probably add a category right here once you create a product. For example, men's hoodies, yeah. Then click add to category and it will get added to the category, and it's as simple as that, though it can be complex. Okay, and you can click publish and create the product. And once you want to view a product, all you have to do is to click on this link and view the product, yeah. So yeah, so having the product here, some additional information about the dimensions, and right now it has no reviews, yeah, because no one has bought it yet, yeah. Then in this we are gonna handle it because it's not supposed to be here. Okay, then we're gonna create a header menu also to look more like this. Okay, yeah. So now what I'm gonna do to keep this tutorial very short, I'm gonna close this out. I'm gonna import all these products from the demo site, as you guys can see, and bring them over here where it's my product section. And because here, as you guys can see, we have only just this product that we've created, yet there are so many of these and I can't create these right now because I've already created them. And to do that, Woocommerce offers a very nice option. So let me head to the dashboard of my demo website that I've already created, and I'm gonna come under products. Okay, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go to export. As you guys can see, there are so many products right here that I created, and I'm gonna export it to, so export all columns, all products, all categories, and all custom metadata. Then I'm gonna click generate CSV. So I think I'll be providing this CSV for you guys so that you can also import it in your store. So River, and I'm gonna create a folder here called CSV products. Okay, then I'm gonna save. Yeah, so it has downloaded, and I'm gonna go back to the site that we are working on, go to products, okay, and click import and choose CSV file. Then the file we just downloaded, okay, this one, I'm gonna upload it and click continue. So it's gonna import all the categories, all the images, and everything we need. Then we're gonna click run importer. Okay, so it's gonna do its thing, and once it's done, the products will be displaying in the shop. Okay, so now the importer is done running, and now you can click view products to view the product. And yeah, okay, and once you go to the categories right here, you can see that the categories have also been imported. Okay, so now let's proceed to setting up our header. So now to create the header menu, go under appearance, then come to menus. Okay, then we are going to create a main menu called, let's just call it main menu. Okay, then hit create menu, and once that is done, What I'm gonna do is to drag some pages, for example the FAQ, the contactors, and let's see, I think let's include my account. And yeah, let's first add this to the menu so we can order them, for example the home, to come before. Let me take a look at how everything is looking here. Okay, it's the home, the shop, then FAQs, so it's a home. Okay, then what we're gonna do is add this shop. Okay, right here, the FAQ, then we're gonna have a contact us, then a my account. So under my account, we're gonna have, let's go to and first check this. Yeah, make sure this is checked, and because if it's not checked, then it's not gonna display here. Okay, yeah, so if you turn that off, for example, if I turn that off, then it no longer displays here, so that's why I'm turning it on. Okay, yeah, so let's handle the shop first. Okay, let me show you guys how to add those subcategories in the drop down menus. Okay, so when you go under product categories, so you can have maybe skirts, jumpsuits, new trends, and basics. You add that to the menu. Okay, then all you have to do is to drag them under shop, right, like this. Okay, make sure they're the same level of hierarchy. And then this, it's also supposed to be under this hierarchy, and that. So then you can have, let's say for example, you wanna add something under basics or under new trends. Maybe you wanna want main skirts, then what are others? Maybe that. Okay, so what we're gonna do is that you can drag, it's called nesting. You can nest this under new trends, something like that, as you guys can see. Okay, then still under these you can still go on and nest more stuff. Okay, but I want to keep it at the same level of hierarchy, so just keep it at that. Yeah, so depending on how many categories and all the stuff you guys are having, you can decide to add that. Now what I want to add is Woocommerce endpoints, for example orders, downloads, account details, maybe even the logout. Yeah, we can add it to the menu right here, and what I want to do is just to add this under the hierarchy of my account. So I have my account here, and yep, now let's just hit save. Okay, now that it's saved, let me see what I can do. Yeah, it's saved. Let's take a look at our website. So if I click to visit site, it's not showing. Okay, but what you're gonna do is hit customize right here. Okay, then we start doing some major changes to the website and make sure everything is displaying correctly. Okay, so now when you're here, something that you want to take a look at are these options. For example, we're going to come back to handle the header, but let's just follow these settings in hierarchy so that you guys can really understand what's going on. Okay, so opening up the site identity, you guys can see, so you can change your site title to Riverside, maybe something like store. Okay, then also the tagline. Yeah, then you can add a site icon, though I don't have a logo that I designed specifically to use as a site icon to be displayed right here, but you can add it right here. Let me see if luckily maybe I have anything that I can use. Let's see if I'm to select files. Let's see if I have by any chance I have an icon that I can use? No, I don't think I do. Yeah, I don't think I do. Maybe I'll just use my face. Okay, let's see how that looks. Yeah, I think it will look fine. Yeah, so I can publish those changes. Okay, and let's go back. So if I'm to check out how the site is looking, for example, you guys can see the icon right here. I wanted to check that out, but let's go to menus. Okay, then go to main menu. So the main menu has this, and I will consider it as main to be displayed right here, as you guys have just seen. And I'll go back. Okay, now one thing that I would like to revert is under site identity. I'll just keep it as Riverside. In fact, in capital letters, Riverside, and I have a reason for that. Okay, but now let's go back to the menu. You guys have seen how we've added this, so in case you want to change your menus, you can still make the changes here. You drag and drop whatever you wanna order them. Okay, then so now let's take a look at the homepage settings, and we wanna have it as a static page. Okay, so change this to home. Yeah, so that it displays your home page. Okay, then let's go back and look at the typography. We go to general, and let's see, hover back, let's go to the body and change this to Lato. We shall be using Lato almost for the entire website. Okay, then the font weight, font style, you may not need to change that right now, but yeah, that's okay. Then all headings can also use the Lato font. Lato, yeah, and we can jump out of that. Then the main menu can use still Lato. Oh, yeah, but once you configure everything and it's looking the way you'd want to, for example, while you're here, you can change the font weight of the heading, of the main menu to be heavier, something like that, or to be lighter, something like 500. But I think let me just make it heavier for this case. Then the text transform, let it be uppercase. Okay, but since it's uppercase, then I may need to make it look a little faint and not so bold. I think the font size is okay. However, I would like to increase the line spacing, the letter spacing, and that looks all right. Okay, now I'm gonna jump out of that. Then I'm gonna go to the logo. Yeah, so the font family is Lato. Okay, then what I'm gonna do is just to increase the letter spacing. Okay, yeah, so that's looking all right, and our header is looking fine. Okay, now taking a look at, let's see, the general options. So under page title, you can hide it all on devices. So this, I want it to go away, and it's gone. Okay, and let's take a look at the general settings. So this is basically how you want your website, either boxed, separate, or wide, but I'll just keep it wide. And the scroll to top, and it can be like this, it can be this, it can be this, and it's positioned on the right. so it helps you just scroll back on top quickly. And the pagination, you can look at theme buttons, but let's configure these anyway to change the colors to match the colors that we are having obviously right here. So let's pick a maroon for our buttons. Then once it's hovered on, then it can be lighter red or something like that, or a very dark maroon or black, something like this. Yeah, okay, let me change it to black. Just do no, actually I sorry about that. Let me just make it black. So once someone hovers, it turns black, then just remains maroon. Okay, yeah. Now that's done, let's go back to the sides. Then you're having theme icons that are looking okay. You can change the colors of that. Then you can use a preloader, but I don't really use that. Basically, if I'm to turn this on, I can't. Okay, let me just turn that on. And what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna click publish, and let me show how it behaves. Let's load the site right here, and you guys are gonna see how it's looking. Okay, it's taking a while. Now that is the preloader, as you guys have just seen. So every time like a page refreshes, then it kind of, yes, I hope you've seen that animation. So there's some settings for it about the colors and everything, but I'm just gonna disable it. Okay, so now to remove this sidebar here from our home page, we're gonna go to general options, and what I'm gonna do is to come to general settings, and I'm gonna click to full width. Okay, and it's gonna be gone. Okay, so that when we start outputting, putting our articles, I mean our products and hero sections and everything, that doesn't display, okay, for the pages. Okay, now let's see, if someone searches, for example, the posts, then the sidebar can appear. And let me see, or any other setting that we are missing. I think everything's looking good. Okay, now once we go to general styling, I want to change our primary color. Okay, and the primary color we're going to be using is a maroon. I think should be fine, this type of maroon. Then the hover color should be a black, yeah, just to keep everything consistent. Okay, now I'm gonna click publish, and once you hit publish, you see that some of these have changed. So when you hover, it turns to black. When you hover this, okay, this doesn't change, but once you open up, for example, a product right here, then all these buttons you're seeing here are turning what, maroon. Then some of this text is also maroon. So we're gonna be dealing with this, how to remove change this or remove this from the product page, and also changing this to display our filters that I showed you guys earlier at the beginning. So let's do that and see how it goes. Okay, so now head to your dashboard, okay, by clicking on this icon, and what you're gonna do is to hover over appearance and come to widgets. Okay, now what we're gonna do is to look for some of these widgets. Okay, now what we're looking for is, for example, a filter by price. Okay, so we're gonna click Woocommerce sidebar, then add widget, and let's look for some more product search. Add a widget, then recently viewed product. Let's click add to widget. Let me see, recently reviewed, no. Some products that have been added to the wish list, you can click and add them to the Woocommerce. Okay, so you can order these, for example, if they're looking like this. We had our search first, then we had a product, then let's add some product categories. Okay, now to add the product categories, let's look for it, right? Okay, let's see product. Oh god, they're here. Okay, let's scroll down and add this to cart and show product by counts. Okay, then just click save. So let's order this like that, and yeah, and once that's done, product search, product price, categories, recently viewed, let's drag the wish list to be here, and that will be it. Okay, that will be it. So after you have set up your widget, one important setting to ensure is that when you're here at the customizer, you come to general options, you come to general settings, and make sure this is checked or unchecked. Okay, make sure it's checked. Yeah, make sure it's checked. Then the source should be all products, so that when you're searching, you're only searching for products, and that should be it. Okay, so when you publish, to save our changes. So let's go to the Woocommerce settings that I like to go through. Then under advanced styling, the on sale badge color, I would like to change this to something like a black, something like that. Yeah, I think that's cool. Yes, so then I'll just jump out of that. Then obviously the product images, it can be of a custom ratio, something like 4:3, but I think I'll just have it at 4:5. Yeah, I think it's a better aspect ratio. Okay, and come on, yes, now they're displaying well. I'll jump out of that. Then for a single product, okay, let's open up a single product right here to see how it's being displayed. So to remove this, I think I'm going to change the layout to this. Okay, to remove the left sidebar so that just has a clean look to it, and I think that's looking fine. Okay, and what else? I'll just jump out of that and to the cart, and if I'm to go to the cart, for example, if I'm to, I have nothing in the cart, so maybe I'll just return to shop and I first add some few products to the cart so that you guys can see what is really going on. So for example, I'll add this to the cart, and I'll add this to the cart. Now I have two products. Okay, so if I'm to go to the cart, let's say someone is going to go to the cart and it's looking like this. So once you enable this distraction free cart, then the display is going to change. Okay, this is so important in e-commerce that the customers are not easily distracted by the menus and everything. So you can turn it on or leave it on. Yeah, but I think for my case, I think I'll just turn it on. Okay, so then I'll go back. Then to go to the checkout, I think I'll do the same thing. Okay, for example, if I'm to proceed to checkout, okay, what I can do is to do a distraction free checkout. So it takes away the header. Okay, and so once it takes away the header, then I'll make it a multi-step checkout. so the customer doesn't have to fill in everything on a single page, but rather go through step-by-step checkout process. Okay, so then I'll just click publish. Okay, yeah, so one thing I have to do now is, let me go back and still back to the general options and general styling. I would like to change the link color to remain black. Yeah, sort of. Yeah, just to give it consistency for the entire process. Okay, I mean for the entire page. So let's just take a look at how everything is looking in our website right now. So I'll reload this page, and once it's reloaded, this is looking nice. This is looking nice. For example, if I'm to search for dress, let's see, then this dress will pop up. Yeah, and the recently viewed products are working. If I'm to add this to the wish list, for example, if I'm to click add to wish list and refresh, now you could see that I have one product. So the more products I add, the more items, the more the number increases here. Yeah, so everything is looking fine. If I'm to go to one of these products and check them out, this has no description, but that's all right. The other product images are all here, the related products are all here, and I think everything is now looking fine. So most of the work has been done now. The shop section is looking fine, the paginations are also looking fine. What we are gonna do now is we need to work on the FAQ page, we need to work on the contact us page. The orders right here are also fine. Yeah, the download section, someone can take a look, someone can easily log out and all that, but we need now to develop the home page. Okay, so to develop the home page, to start creating the home page, let's click on home, make sure that the home page, then click edit page, and once you're here, then you can start editing with Elementor. Okay, so now we need to first insert this image carousel right here. I'm going to show you guys how to add that. So when you're in your home page in Elementor, let's add a section like this, and we're gonna go and search for carousel. Okay, then you're gonna drag and drop it right there. Then we're gonna add our images. So we go to upload files, we select the files, then these are our two images that we're gonna add, and once they're uploaded, we're gonna create new gallery and insert the gallery. Okay, then we change the image size to full and slides to show 1, and image stretch yes, and let's see, do we need the arrows? We say none. Okay, then the link, we want it to link to our shop. Okay, so I'll just type in your shop, and when someone clicks on it, it will get redirected to our shop. Then obviously we don't need captions. Then additional information, I want it to autoplay, pause on hover yes, and I want it to run for 2 seconds. So these are 2000 milliseconds, but it represents 2 seconds. Okay, and yes, so let's see how that's looking, but we need it to stretch, yeah, from left to right. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna come to content, click on this section right here, then come to content and make it full width, Then after making it full width, go on advanced and turn off this padding, okay, on and off. Then come to settings and under page layout, let's create Elementor full width so that it stretches the entire section. Okay, so now it's looking good. Everything is scrolling from left to right the way we want it. So now let's add a women section, and first thing we're going to do is to add 2 columns right here. And while I'm still here, I'm going to go to advanced and unlink these margin values. Then I want some space to the top and bottom, so I'm going to add 75 to the top, then 75 to the bottom. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to add an image right here, okay, and I'm going to click choose image. I've uploaded some already here. I'm going to select that for the women section. Then on the right, what I'm going to do, I'm going to click on this plus icon, then search for carousel, and right here I'm going to drag that in. Okay, then we have those presets that are going on, and you can change between these to display in whatever format that you want. Okay, but I think the first preset is looking nice, so I'll turn off the ratings. Let me see, the image stretch, no, I don't need that. The image should be clickable, so when someone clicks on it, they should be redirected to the product itself. Okay, then number of visible products, I want them to be 4. Okay, then the average speed 2 seconds is okay. Infinite loop, that's also okay. Then the queries is where I can change something from to a specific sort of category. Yeah, so for example, you can add, for example, jumpsuits. Okay, you can add bags, you know, something like that. Okay, and any category that belongs to women, for example, casual. Yeah, then the products can start, you know, being displayed in the carousel. Okay, so now let's take a look at how it's looking. This is not looking nice, so to fix that, let's reduce the number of products. So we're gonna go back to carousel settings and maybe make them 3. Okay, then we see how it looks. I think now it looks better, but looking at our original carousel, yeah, that's how everything is looking now. Let's go back right here and maybe change a few colors. For example, the sell or out of stock, you know, preset, you can change that to preset 3, and I think this is a preset we're having on the other side. Then let's configure some colors. For example, the products themselves under color typography. Okay, what I want to change first is a sell badge. Okay, these star ratings, I think they can remain yellow. The sell badge, I think, let me see, the sell badge can be, should it be black? I think it should be black. Black looks nice. Okay, yeah, I think we can do black for the sales badge. Then the buttons right here, I think they can also be black, which I think is nice. Then the color can be white. Yeah, I think that looks nice. Then let's go back up. No, let's handle the dots first, and these dots can also be black, I think. Then the active one maybe can be maroon. This one right here, you see, it can be our shade of maroon, like that. Okay, then let's go back up to color and typography, and we see product title, product price. I think the product price can be black too. Okay, yeah, so I think that's looking fine. Then obviously the typography is supposed to be Lato, and I think by default, since we configured already for it to be Lato, then it's not gonna change because we already set Lato as our global font. Okay, so basically this is how the women's section is looking. If you're to compare, with this is how the women's section is looking. Yeah, now maybe what I can do to make it look smarter is that I'm gonna come right here and I make sure the alignment is, you know, centered. Yeah, and then I'll undo that. I'll come to this section right here and so make sure the alignment is centered for everything. Yeah, I think that's looking fine. Yeah, let's see what we have to develop next. Then we have this section right here that we need to also work on. So what I'm gonna do is still, those were 2 columns. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add 2 columns, for example, this and that. And on the left, as you guys saw, we're having this text and a shop now. Okay, so let's just copy this, and I'm gonna go here to text, and I'm gonna drag the text right here, and I'll just paste this text in there, and make sure you go to style. Okay, make sure the text is black. Then also copy up this text. Basically this is some like call to action text or something like that, but yeah, you guys get the idea. Then I'm gonna drag a text box under, and what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna place this text right here. Then I also have a shop now button. Okay, now I have this extension here that helps me pick colors. For example, when I click, it's called color pick. I'm gonna click pick, then I'm gonna highlight this and I'm just copy this color code, then come right here to this menu, and I'm gonna look for this button and just drag it under. Okay, then to be shop now, and it's linking to the shop maybe. Okay, now while we're still here, then we go under style. You can change the color of this button to the text that we just, oh, I didn't copy this. Okay, just click copy, then I'll just paste it in. Okay, it's not pasting in. I guess I'll just have to copy it by force like this, then I'll paste it in. So that's the color I'm looking for. Okay, and yeah, let's change this because I see it's leaving much space as a widget. So I'm gonna copy this, I'll delete this. Okay, then what I'm gonna do, maybe I'll just duplicate this and, you know, paste it in that text right here. Then what I will do is under typography, I will just make it lighter to something like 300, 400. Then I change the text to something like that. The color, I will change the typography to Lato. Okay, then also this needs to change the typography to Lato. Okay, yeah, so now let's go and click on this column. Let's go to style, and we're gonna go to classic, then apply color, and the color we want to apply, we're going to pick it. So we're going to click our color picker extension, then come and pick this color, select it right here, copy it, come back to this our section and paste it in right here, and that's how it's looking. Okay, then what I'm gonna do, I need some padding, yeah, to squeeze, to make it look more like this. So I think what I'm gonna do, what I'm gonna add is a padding of 100 to the top and bottom. So let's unlink this. Let's add 100 to the top, 100 to the bottom, then I think 50 from the left should do. Yeah, so by taking a look at how that is looking, yes, I think I like the idea. Though what I want to do is to stretch it out. So I'm gonna click this section and I'm gonna make it full width. Okay, so let's see how everything is looking. Yeah, and there's still some space, so still I'm gonna go to this section, go under advanced, and just unlink this padding, and it should stretch out pretty well. Okay, that's looking nice. However, I think I need to change this color right here. It wasn't so suitable, so just leave it black. Okay, then to the right I have to add a background image. Okay, so go to style, I go to classic and I click choose image, then upload files. Okay, so let's upload the file that's going in there, and the image that I'll be adding is here. Okay, so now it's done. It's done uploading, and I'm gonna click select. It imports. Then all I have to do is the position, maybe center. I need to center it. Okay, then display size, change it to cover, and what I want to add when I click on this is some text. Okay, I'm gonna drop it there, and I'm gonna say shop now. Okay, and the font size or the font weight that I would be using is gonna be the font called let me see. If I'm to click on this pen icon, go to style, I want this color to be white, and the typography, the font, it's gonna be Bebas New, and it's gonna be huge like that. I think that should do. And what I'm gonna do, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna click on this pen icon of the shop, then make sure these are unlinked here. Okay, then I'll just give it like 100 pixels just to center it. Yeah, and I think that looks awesome. Okay, then the section I'm gonna be working on next is this carousel for men. Okay, so these are basically still two sections like this. Okay, then what we're gonna do, as you guys know, we like to leave some space both to the top and to the bottom. So 70 pixels, let's do 75 to the top, 75 to the bottom. Okay, then click on that menu, then drag an image on the right, select choose image, go to upload files, and let's upload the files. Okay, so now this, let me see the image I want to use. It should be for a gentleman, and it's right here. And once it's done uploading, I'm gonna select it, then it gets added. Then what I'm gonna do is I'm going to copy this, Okay, so I'm gonna hit copy, then I'm gonna paste it in right here so that I don't have to go through editing and all that. And it's not pasting well, so just paste it right here, and it's still pasting as let me not copy the column, but let me just copy the widget itself. Yeah, then I just paste it in right here. Yeah, that should do the trick. Yes. So now we can go to the query settings, and instead of choosing all these bags and jumpsuit and casual, yeah, what we're gonna do is select the main, because we have a category called main. I think it should be there. Yeah, it's here, and the images will automatically populate. Okay, and that's how easy it is, to duplicate stuff in Elementor. Okay, now the next section that we're gonna be working on is these items that are on sale. Okay, and this is pretty easy. And what we're gonna do still, we are gonna create a container right here, and what we're gonna do, I think we can copy these, okay, to make it fast, and we just paste it in right here. Okay, and what we're gonna do is take a look at how it looks on our full screen. Okay, so now it's not looking that great, so let's do some configurations. We go to the carousel settings. Let's make these products, let's say 6. Okay, then under the query, let's change them. We delete this main and we increase something like, okay, let's make it 8, the products count. Instead of recent products, let's just put sell products. So we're only including the items that are on sale, and let's see how that's looking. Yeah, I think this is pretty nice. It's pretty looking nice. And what we can add are those arrows that you guys saw earlier on, but we had removed them from the layout settings. So I think, where are these arrows? Let's see. Let's go to the carousel settings, and we should find the arrows right here. So if I'm to take this away, okay, then the arrows would show. Okay, yeah, so someone can easily scroll through the sales items. Then probably what we need to add is data to show that actually these are sales items. So let's click on this section. Oh, did I undo that? Let's click on this section and let's change the direction to vertical. Then that means on top of this, after changing the alignment or the flow, we can add something like sell items, something like that. Okay, oh, sorry about that. Items, then go to style, then you just need to change this color to something like black. Let's do black, and the typography to something like Lasso, and then we can increase something to like 28. Yep, and that should look nice. Okay, yeah, so when you compare these to this, I think we can change the preset to make it look more unique, okay, without the pricing and everything. So what we can do while we are here, let me take a look at what we can do. Probably we can change the preset to something like, let's check out preset 4. Okay, preset 3. Okay, then preset 2. Let's see how that looks. Okay, then let's just do a default preset. Okay, so if we're to disable the title and okay, and is the price still showing? Let me see if there is a configuration to remove actually the price, but it is not there. So I guess what we have to do is to just change the layout settings to something like a preset 2. Okay, yeah, something like that. So preset 2 should do the job. So yeah, so preset 2 should do the job. So once someone hovers, then they can easily add these products to the cart. Yeah, I think that looks super great. Then I think one thing we need to center these. Yeah, but that's just one click. So while we are here, click on this section, yeah, right here, then go under layout. Then what you'd want to do is to center everything. Yeah, so when you hover like that, then everything just starts to look clean. Okay, yeah, so the website is looking clean. However, we need to work on one more section, and that is the latest blog post. Okay, so let's first update this, save our changes, and we take a look at how everything is looking. So I'll close that first. Everything is looking yeah, these are sliding in fine. Our shop call to action, our section for the main is looking nice. The sales items are also looking great. Let's hit edit with Elementor, then we add this blog post right here, and we see what to do next. Okay, so to do that, let's click no this one, but rather I'll hit back because I need that for review. So I'll just edit with this. Okay, so once you are in here, what we're gonna do is to click the plus icon, then add these two carousels, these two containers, then go to under advanced. We need to handle the margins. You guys already know by now, 175 top and 75 to the bottom. Okay, that's looking nice. And basically what we want to do is to add an image right here. Okay, and the image we're going to be adding is still in our media files that are linked in the description. I'm going to upload them, I think, all at once. So I'm having this, oh god, I'm having this, I think this, no, this, which other? I think let's choose this and this. Okay, then you open them up and let them upload. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna select that like that. Then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add some text below it, and I'll just copy some text from here and I'll just paste it in. Oh, it's called must have. Let me just copy the text. I'm really so lazy, so I just paste it in right here, and the text is gonna be black in color. Yeah, I think that looks nice. Then this is showing large, but I want to do a full. Yeah, just make sure it's full. Then and let's change its typography to something like Lato. Okay. Yep. So if you have to duplicate this and duplicate it again and duplicate it one more time, let's see what we have right here. So just delete this. Okay, I think that's easy. So you guys can, upload this, upload that, and you continue. And it's really easy. So if, for example, if you want to change that, all you have to do is to choose the image. Okay, then pick something else like this and upload it. But this image is square, so it's displacing that. So I think we can select that, and it's also square. Maybe let's choose another one. Oh, let's try this. Yeah, so this is landscape 4x3, 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 and as you guys can see, if your image is the aspect ratio is 1:1, then you're gonna have challenges. So you can change this to maybe something like latest fashion trends. Then you can link it to a blog post. Okay, now if I'm to take a look at the blog post, for example, let's go to post. Okay, and let's create a post. I'm gonna get some lorem ipsum text as that loads up. Okay, now let's title the post like latest fashion trend. There are many ways to do the blog posts, but this is usually the harder way to do it. Otherwise, if this is a blog, then you want it to always change for the latest post to show up. But I think the method that I used is kinda overly complex. It's not the real idea that I had. Originally, this was to demonstrate maybe a section to have like office space, how to contact us, basically linking to different pages. But upon running through the demo tutorial, then I thought to myself, why not have it as a blog section? But it would have been easier, for example, if we had this blog post or latest fashion trends. Then if you have some text, for example, if I'm to copy, let me copy some text from here, and I just paste in the text. Let's say this is our blog post, so I publish it. Okay, maybe one thing that we like to do, let me close this and go to the post, then add, for example, a featured image, and let me look for something else so that this becomes more practical. So let's say this was our okay, let's say this was our featured image, and I select that. Okay, then update. If you want to import some of these blog posts, the easier way actually to do this would have been to do something like this. Okay, let me just separate it. Okay, to add something like so come here and search for blog, and you'd basically have to just drag them in like that. Okay, and I think this looks good. Yeah, better than this. So whenever you have a new blog post, coming up, then you do what? They would automatically populate like this. Yeah. So I think you guys understand the idea. So I'm just gonna leave this as this. But if this is done, and I remember I've published it, if I am to jump out of here, okay, and this is our blog post. So if I click view, you guys can already see it the way it's looking. So basically I need to copy it, the link. Then if I want to keep this the way I wanted to do it, then basically all I have to do is to custom URL and just paste it in right here. Okay, when someone clicks on that, then they will be redirected to the blog post itself. Okay, so now this is how the web page is looking, but let's see how it's looking on mobile, then we move on to other sections. Okay, clicking on the phone, as you guys can see, a few things have been displaced here and there. The carousel is looking fine, the section is looking fine. This, however, is not looking fine. And what I'm gonna do, let's see. Let me jump back to the desktop mode and quickly, okay, let's head back to the mobile version. Okay, then if I'm to click on this section is looking nice, well, then this is not looking great because now they're having 4 products and the descriptions don't look good. Okay, alternatively, what we can do is to take off the title, to turn it off. Yeah, so then to just scroll like that. Then also the price, you can turn it off. Yeah, I think that partially solves the problem, but still these changes effect in the desktop version. Yeah, so it gives you a more cleaner look. Yeah, which I think is also okay. Okay, so now scrolling down, we're having this, which is looking nice. The shop now, I think we can reduce the size of the text here to something smaller, and we may not need these 100 pixels that we put right here. So we may just need close to 50 to the top and 50 to the bottom, something like that. Then for this, still we could disable this, okay, or we can enable it, but there should be a way. For example, carousel settings, I want the visible products to be 2, yeah, to scroll to the left, so you can keep your headings and everything, which you could apply still here, because now here it's scrolling, but it's now looking like a gallery. Okay, so then I'd rather have the price here, okay, so that people know what they're dealing with. Then under carousel settings, I'll just make these 2, yeah, be sure that it's actually a gallery. So I think that looks good. The sales items, should I increase these? Okay, let's go under carousel settings while you're here, and maybe for this we can make them 2 or 3. I think 3 is too, the thumbnails are too small for mobile, but I think that looks cool. Then all our blog posts and fashion trends, and that's about it. Okay, so we've spent some time on the home section, and right now we need to start working on the footer itself. So now to create the footer, all you have to do is to head to Elements Kit, yeah, then click on header footer. Now once you're here, click and let's check out the footer section. Okay, so right now we don't have any, so we're gonna click add new, and this is gonna be a footer. and the title is gonna be river footer, something like that. So you can call it anything, river footer. Okay, then it's gonna display on the entire site. Okay, and let's edit content. Click on edit content, and what it's gonna do, it's gonna redirect you to Elementor, and you start building your footer. Okay, and this is gonna be really simple. I'm just gonna demonstrate how everything is gonna come into play. Okay, so now once you're here, what you're gonna do is click on this, then add something like how many columns. I think 4 columns should be enough. Okay, then click on this section. As you guys already know, I like to have it close to, let me see, 75 on the top, 75 to the bottom. Okay, 75 margin to the top. Yeah, but still, this, since this is a footer, we don't need any space at the bottom. Okay, it should cover everything. All right, so now under the section, come under style, then probably the background color. Yeah, you can make this to something like a color like black or lighter shade of black, something like that, whatever you're comfortable with. Okay, so now let's see how that's looking. That's looking nice. Then first things first, we're gonna add some text. Yeah, for example, let's say you want to add some information about the customer service. So be like customer service. Okay, then probably you can play around with this, have the text being white. Obviously our font that we always been using, Lato. Okay, then under that we can have something like a list. Okay, and it can be an icon list. That wouldn't be so bad, but let's change that. Let's click on this icon. Let's change to the direction vertical. Okay, Kali. Let's add a list again, and we see what we get. Just under yes, right here. So we can delete these, some of these. We shall duplicate them later. Then click on the list item. Okay, then we can change this to something like contact us. Okay, then you can click delete, then change the style to the icon, of the text. Let's give it a white color. Okay, that's how that's looking. I think that's looking nice. However, we need to make it whiter. I don't think it's vibrant enough. Then the text, change it from Roboto to something like Lato. All right, that's looking good. Then all we have to do is to just duplicate this. Okay, so you can duplicate this about 3 or 4 times. Yeah, so you can change this to something like FAQ and close that to something like shipping. Okay, then to something like gift card, something like that. Gift card, you guys get the idea. So if you have pages, for example, the FAQ page, if I'm to quickly jump out of here, for example, if I'm to preview the changes, if I'm to quickly jump out of here to something like, okay, let's head back to our dashboard, and let's say we have, let's see the pages we have the FAQ page. I'm sure we created that. It's right here, and right here under the FAQ, for example, right here, the link, you just have to type in the page that you want to link to. Okay, then for the contact us, I think you can do the same thing under contact us. So you can come and click the contact us page that we created, something like that. And I think you can apply it to all these pages. Okay, so let's first delete some of these columns so that we just duplicate everything. So I'll delete that, and I'll delete that. Then I'll duplicate this. I'll duplicate it, then I'll just duplicate it one more time. I think that should be enough. Okay, so this can be maybe information about shopping online, some about us information, and maybe some seasonal offers. Yeah, so you can have stuff like right here, you can have stuff like sales, maybe Christmas offers. You know, you guys get the idea. So here you can have something like affiliate, and you can basically link all these pages if you have them created. So some privacy policy. Yeah, so in case you don't want even these here, you can alternatively delete that, then add something like, let's say if you have some forms. We haven't actually created some forms, but if we had some forms, then I'll show you guys how to add. For example, if you have some, let's say you want to add some products. Okay, let's say you want to add some products. Let's see, let's try and add this and see how fitting it will fit here. Okay, it's too big, yeah, but yeah, let me delete that. How about a map? Okay, so we can add that in here. Okay, so yeah, so you can change your location right here. Okay, then you can increase the height or lower it, but I think I'll just keep it that way. Then you can change this to something like location. Okay, yeah, so after you're done, you just have to click update. Okay, then when you go to view website, for example, if I'm here to visit site, you guys already see that. Hold on. And when you scroll to the bottom, okay, oh, this not I loaded the wrong website. Okay, yeah, this is our website that we are working on. Okay, so if you load that up, the footer is not yet active. I don't know why that is, but oh, okay, let's see. Oh, let's see. Okay, let me exit out of this and see where the problem is. Okay, let's go to Elements Kit and the header and footer. Oh, it's inactive. Okay, let's do a quick edit and okay, I want to make it published though. Oh yes, I see the problem. Okay, so let me see where. So I see the error. Instead of publishing it as a footer, I actually published it as a header. So let's try and solve that. I'm gonna open it up with Elementor. Okay, then I'm gonna go under footer, then create a new one. Okay, so I'm gonna click add new, and let's just call it RV footer. Okay, then I'm gonna change this to footer and click edit content. Okay, so I'm gonna go in the one we created, then I'm gonna right click on this section, then click save as template, then I'll just call this footer. Okay, then I'll hit save, and once it's saved up, I can go back to this one we've just created, click that folder icon, go to my templates. Okay, then I'm gonna insert this footer that I've just created. All right, then I'll just close this and let's wait for it to import. So it has imported, and let's click publish. Okay, and on publishing, I think it's done. So I just have to exit out of this and refresh the site that we are working with. Okay, it's now refreshing, and the footer is still not showing up. Okay, let me inspect this and I see where the error is coming from. And the important setting that we didn't do, for example, if you come to Elements Kit, okay, Elements Kit, head and footer, and we go to the footer, and let's click on edit. It's off, so let's turn it on. And oh, we just need to save the changes. Let's just head back real quick. Yeah, so yeah, I think it's active. Yeah, it saved the changes automatically. So when you hit the refresh button, then you're having your footer right here. Okay, now I don't like it that it's so on top. I need some spacing between these. Yeah, so what I can do is hover over this edit element, and then it's gonna go to RV footer. Then I can jump it in. You can jump into the Elementor, then make those changes real quick. So just close this and make the changes. Okay, so let me just add some padding inside. Okay, so click on the section, go to advanced, and padding to the top. I want something like 75, not 750, 75. Yeah, then also 75 to the bottom. I think that would be cool. So I'll save that up. Okay, then I will view our website, and that is looking better. Okay, now let's work on our FAQ page. This is gonna be real fast. I'll close this all up. Then this is the FAQ page, so I'm gonna click edit with Elementor. Okay, so I'll close this also. So I'll click edit with Elementor. No, I'll click edit page first. Okay, and it's gonna open up. Then once I'm here, I'll just click edit with Elementor. And once I'm in here, all I have to do is to go to Elements Kit. Okay, and once we are here, Elements Kit offers a bunch of what I can say pre-built templates that you guys can use. For example, you can come here and hover through. There are so many, but right now I'm looking for an FAQ block that I can easily import to my website. Okay, so there are so many of them templates right here, but the one I think I would choose would be this. This looks nice. Okay, however, let me go back to the sections, and I'll just take this. I think so. I'll insert that, and once I've inserted that and it has imported, I will start making the changes. Yeah, for example, okay, if I don't want this text to be here, okay, what I can do is I can just turn it off. Okay, then the title, for example, if I need to change it, I can say frequently asked questions. Okay, yep, that's looking nice. Then basically all you have to do is to change this information. Yeah, and you'll be good. For example, you can copy in a question like for example this. Yeah, what is WordPress? So you can change this to, for example, where can I get my e-voucher? When can I use e voucher? So then you type in the reply. Yeah, for example, what packaging will my order be shipped in? For example, if I want to change that, then how long do I, so you can change this question to something like this. Okay, then copy that. I'll copy some text in here, then I'll just paste it in. Okay, so you see how everything is looking. So within seconds, we've just developed our template and it's really looking nice. Yeah, though let me see what I can configure right here. For example, I can disable this separator if I don't like it. Yeah, but if I want it there, then it can remain. Okay, but in my design, I wouldn't want that there. So I think the FAQ looks good, so I'm just gonna click update that and we'll be good to go. Then if I'm to preview the changes, I'm sure everything's looking fine. And the only reason why I like templates a lot is because they're already mobile responsive. Okay, so the moment you import them, they just work so effortlessly. And as you guys can see, we're having an issue with our footer. It's not center aligned very well. So as I showed you guys, so we're gonna hover over here to RV footer, then let's center align our footer to make sure that everything looks looking professional and nice. So for now, I'll first close this. Okay, our FAQ section is looking nice. Okay, then and when we are here at in the RV footer Elementor, we are gonna center this content in the mobile. Okay, always remember to check out the mobile versions. Yeah, otherwise you would be embarrassed. Okay, so I'll center that, and then style, I'll also center that. So all I can do maybe is to copy this and I paste this style. I'll paste this style. Okay, then no, I think I erred. Instead of pasting the style, I just pasted the content itself. Then I'll copy the header style and I paste the style. Then I'll paste the style and I'll paste the style. Okay. So I think for mobile, our website is looking fine. Okay. So now let's work on the contact us. Okay. The contact us section is gonna have a map sort of and a contact form. Okay, so let's hop over into our dashboard and first create a form. Now to create a form, we're gonna need to install a plugin. Okay, so go to plugin and we're gonna add new, and the plugin we're gonna use is called Ninja Forms. Okay, let's see what we have here. It's one of the best free plugins that you can use to build your forms. Okay, so I'm gonna activate it, and once it's activated, let's see, you're gonna find it on the left right here, Ninja Forms. Then all you have to do is to click add new. Yeah, and once you're done clicking add new, you can agree to this, or I'll say not now. Yeah, and so I would like to create a contact us form, so I'll click that and they'll redirect me here. So basically it has a name, email and a message, which I think is okay. Yeah, so just publish that. Okay, and that's really looking good. Okay, so I'll close that and I'll find that I have the contact me form that I've just created right here. So when we are here at the contact us, all you have to do is to click edit with Elementor. No, first edit page, since we haven't edited this with Elementor before, so the edit with Elementor is not working. And what we're gonna do is to click edit with Elementor right here, and this is really gonna be simple. And what we're gonna do is to add 2 sections or columns. Yeah, and first on the left, we're gonna search for Ninja. Okay, the Ninja Forms widget is not popping up, but it should. I think in the setup of our of our plugins, the Elements kit and the essential add-ons. We didn't turn them on. Let me show you guys what I mean. For example, if you open essential add-ons, and let's see, when we go to elements, let me I'll just say enable all, then I'll save the settings. Okay, and let me just refresh this. Okay, yeah, then we see if we'll have the plugin enabled. Okay, because now some of these widgets weren't enabled, but yeah. Okay, so it's now loaded. So add the 2 sections. Okay, then I'll search for Ninja. So you see Ninja Forms is right here. I think it wasn't enabled. Then you're gonna select the contact me form that you just created. Okay, and right now it doesn't display, but as you guys shall see, when we load up the form in a real website, then it will display. Then on the right, we just maybe want to add something like a map. Okay, so yeah, let's add that map, then hit update, and let's preview the changes. Okay, so to preview the changes, upon previewing the changes, you guys can see that we are having all these right here. And let's see if there are any customization. For example, you can hide the title, the custom title, something like description. Maybe you can say something like contact us here, then click update, and once you click update, it refreshes right here. And yeah, this is basically our contact form. So taking a look at how everything is now looking, this is the home page. Yeah, sales items are looking great, the blog posts, the footer, and you're having the shop section, which is also looking fine. Everything is working. The products are looking good. I mean, the product pages are looking good. The product pages are looking good. The PayPal buttons are also looking good. The related products, everything is looking good. The FAQ is also looking great. The contact us page and everything. So I want to thank you guys for taking the time to watch this tutorial, and I'll be releasing some more Woocommerce related tutorials in the nearby future. Thanks for watching, and catch you on the next one.